Hello Physical Fiends, it is Jordan here with April's biggest physical releases. This is a top 10 of my choosing, taking into account perceived hype levels, importance, and also a dollop of my own personal tastes. If you agree or disagree with my choices, let me know below. In this episode, we are going in release date order. The Rogue Prince of Persia is releasing physically on the 10th of April on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 5. Sadly, on Nintendo Switch 2, it is a game key. Boo! This quietly released digitally late last year. I honestly don't remember much fanfare about it, but over time it's garnered very positive reviews, and it's exactly what it says on the tin. A modern side-scrolling Prince of Persia game, but now a roguelike. Keep on running right until you die, get more upgrades, and then try to get further next time. That is to put it simply. Of course, it's challenging, fast-paced, and has satisfying combat with a lovely art style, and it was developed by the studio who took over the reins of Dead Cells when the original creators moved on to other projects. Some may say they made it even better, so it obviously shares a lot in common with Dead Cells. It's coming in a standard edition, as well as an immortal edition, which instead of a normal case, it is a steel book. It also has a poster guide and some art cards. Memories in Orbit is releasing on the same day, April the 10th. This one dropped earlier this year with a bit more hype, a Metroidvania where you are a little robot on a decaying spaceship that's crawling with machines gone bad. Another game with a beautiful art style. It's one of those zipping around games, so a lot of aerial combat and platforming. Some people say it is on par with games like Hollow Knight and Silksong in terms of quality, and also has that pinch of difficulty about it. The good news about this is that aside from releasing physically on PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch, it's also coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 on a proper cartridge, and it is only $30, which is nuts. Most industry people are struggling to comprehend how the hell they are making money from being so generous, but I guess we should support consumer-friendly prices in a world where things are becoming more and more expensive. Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, is releasing physically on April the 16th on Nintendo Switch 2 as a proper cartridge. Now this did have a normal Switch physical like a year or so ago, but it is still a big release for the Nintendo Switch 2, having a massive JRPG, one of Nintendo's franchises coming to the system and looking the best it's ever been. This is definitely the kind of game that could do with taking advantage of the power boosts thanks to the massive open world, the free mech flying and combat. I love this game on the Wii U, and if I ever had the time to play it again, I would definitely pick up the Nintendo Switch 2 physical release. And if you want it, or any of the other games in this video, you can purchase them via the links down below in the description and pinned comment. Any purchase made via those links massively helps support me and this channel in the best way possible to keep producing useful physical content for you guys. I've got VGP and Lootbox Gaming down there. Both are very good companies with very nice prices. Go check them out, and thank you ever so much. Tomodachi Life Living the Dream is releasing on the same day as Xenoblade Chronicles X, April the 16th, but this is just an original Switch release, one of the last bigger Switch releases that we currently know about from Nintendo themselves. Like, come on Nintendo, where's the Direct? We need to know what's coming next. Anyways, the cult 3DS classic, that wasn't actually a cult classic since it sold like hotcakes. I think Nintendo are hoping for some of that Animal Crossing magic rubbing off on this one too. It could sell millions if the right people get their hands on it and make, viral videos about it. This is just a weird, surreal take packed with nonsense and humor. I love the 3DS release. I don't know if I'm in the right stage of my life right now to give this one time, but there is definitely a big audience waiting for it. Marvel Cosmic Invasion is making its final stop on its global release tour. It released in Asia first, then Japan, and then finally on April the 17th, it is releasing physically in North America and Europe. This is a popular beat-em-up, one whose hype levels were ludicrous when it was announced. The Shredder's Revenge team taking on the Marvel franchise. Hell yes. I don't think it had the same impact when it landed, but still something beat-em-up fans will have been enjoying immensely. It's getting a physical release on PlayStation 5, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo Switch 2 on a proper cartridge. There's even a few editions available for it. There is a standard retail edition, then there is a deluxe edition for each that contains a steelbook, art cards, sticker sheet, and a poster. But not only that, but there is also a mega big edition up for order at Rock It Games. I highly doubt this will release on the same day or even same month, but it is worth noting if you want something extra special to celebrate the game. Pragmata is releasing on April the 17th physically on PlayStation 5 and Xbox. There is a Nintendo Switch 2 release as well, but it is a game key. Boom! This is a game that's kind of been in development hell. It was announced so long ago that I didn't even remember it when it re-emerged a few years back. But I know a lot of people are excited by it. Capcom trying something new, giving a fairly big budget for a potential new franchise. You can see it's made in the Resident Evil engine, what with the pallid, sickly looking characters, but it is an interesting gameplay mix. A third-person shooter where you have a mini-game going on at the side, a hacking sort of thing that decides how good your shot is. It looks like it could be a good one, and at least it's something a bit different. High on Life 2 is releasing April 20th on PlayStation 5 physically. There is a Switch 2 version, but it is a game key. Boom! It's hilarious how the first game is going to be on a proper cartridge on Switch 2, but not the brand new second game. That's nuts. This released digitally earlier this year to decent reviews, although the series has always been a bit Marmite, that kind of thing. You either get on with the humor or you just hate it, and if you don't, well, it can be a very tiresome experience. But it is an FPS with a very zany personality, and apparently it picks up straight from the first game in terms of story, so you might want to play that one first. 9 Souls is releasing physically on April the 24th on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 5. People were hyped as hell when this physical was announced, but then got kind of deflated when they realized they'd have to wait 6 months for the physical release to actually arrive. Well, the wait is almost over. You can get this gorgeous, fantastically made Metroidvania physically very, very soon. This was a hugely popular game, probably selling like 1 million copies already digitally. For us physical fiends, the wait will hopefully be worth it. Now, before I get into the last couple of games, if you are new here and you love physical video games, you want the industry to still support physical media, then subscribe to this channel, okay? I am a great usable resource. Plus, the bigger this channel is, the more publishers will pay attention to the demand for physical media. So, yeah, don't let physicals die. Subscribe. Ys Memoire. Revelations in Celceta. This is definitely a bit of bias from me. I won't claim the public are scrambling for this when it releases physically on Nintendo Switch April the 28th, but to see more Ys get released makes me very happy, especially this one, the third attempt at making Ys 4, this time from Falcom themselves, not farmed out like they did back in the day. This was a Vita game, then a PlayStation 4 game, and now it's coming to the Nintendo Switch, where I feel it belongs. I think the only major addition to this new release is a new soundtrack, which can be toggled between it and the original. And Ys music is always amazing. This is coming in a day 1 edition that comes with a 2 CD soundtrack, acrylic keychain and diorama set, a poster, map, and art cards. I'm very much looking forward to this one. Saros is a PlayStation 5 exclusive release coming April the 30th. This is being developed by House Marquee, who are kind of a major studio for Sony these days. They used to make some popular downloadable titles for their systems like over the years, but now they're making bigger and more ambitious games. Saros is a third-person shooter that's built upon the foundations made by Returnal, which was overall loved but also a bit divisive with some people. With a roguelike progression, I have played a copycat game of this genre, which was downright the dullest thing I've ever played in my life. Shout out to Scarlet Salvation, but I'm guessing with a AAA budget, this thing's gonna be much better and much more captivating. Also, House Marquee bloody love their particle effects, don't they? And there we have my 10 biggest physicals for April. At least it's what I think. What do you think? Which games would you take out? Which ones would you add to this list? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to purchase any of the games I've mentioned, please do so with the links in the description and pinned comment. I greatly appreciate that. And yeah, check out some other videos that I've had over the past few days. Have a good one. Take care.